What's up, Internet? It's your host and artist for Stay Tuned Animation, Vic here. And if you notice, there is some amazing artwork behind me, and I wish I could draw like this. Brings a tear to my eye. But today is a very cool, very special Halloween episode of Stay Tuned Animation. We have a guest artist going to show you how to draw my favorite Disney villain, Scar. You guys saw it on the countdown. So here she is, Sam Boger. Come on over. This is her work. It's good to see you, by the way. And not only is she going to be teaching you how to draw, she's going to teach you how to draw in the happiest, spookiest place on earth. Where did you do the tutorial at?
Oh, we did at Disneyland.
See, you guys say, you guys act like I don't treat you well. She did it from Disneyland. She's doing something very cool for you guys. So here it is, your tutorial on how to draw
Scar. So when you first start drawing Scar, it's gonna be a light circle, and on top of that, it's gonna be a longer oval for where his nose and his mouth are going to take place. And one of the really cool things about Scar is that he is really constructed out of a lot of triangle and sharp edges, and so are a lot of the other Disney villains. They all are constructed out of triangles, 45-degree angles, to really kind of create that creepy vibe that they need to. And Scar has a lot of those when we get more in detail. And starting with his nose, it's going to really create almost like a Y shape, where that longer part of that Y is going to later on connect to his mouth. And another thing as well, when just starting with a drawing, it always is easier to just lightly sketch out just kind of the shapes, so then that way you can later on put in the detail, because you'll already know where those features should be. And then that way if you make any mistakes or anything too, you can lightly go back and correct those without spending too much time trying to get rid of them. And then going in for Scar's face, for his mouth I mean, it's going to angle down because villains don't smile, so and if they do smile, it's because they're getting their way. And then there's going to be another oval for his chin, and then once again his hair is going to almost create another triangle as well. And same with his cheeks. His cheeks, instead of being round like a lot of the other lions like Simba or Mufasa, where it's kind of a lot more round and cuddly in a sense, Scar's are a lot more pointed, and they angle down, and it kind of everything about Scar, even his mane, that they all kind of point down towards the ground in a sense. I always kind of remembered Scar's mane, I always thought of it as being kind of slicked back and kind of greasy up on top, and then just really have a lot more volume towards the bottom. And then when starting with his eyes and starting to shape those are constructed out of triangles too, where the eyelid is kind of a longer triangle, and then his eyebrow is later on going to kind of arch up as well. And kind of want to just start shading in where the eyebrow is going to be, because that's a lot darker, kind of like to match his mane, it's going to be black. And the thing is, you can't forget Scar's scar. Obviously, he's nothing without it. So maybe that's where he got a lot of his attitude from. But you just want to lightly start sketching in kind of where those eyebrows are going to take place. And once again, they angle up, almost kind of like angling towards his mane, the center of his mane. And then shaping in for his nose, once again, it's kind of angles down as well. The ends of his nose, they kind of point inwards, and then once again we have to shade those darker because his nose is black. Wild, it kind of freaked me out, like when he was just staring at me, so I
the office wall.
And so here I'm going to switch to my normal pencil because I realized that the blue might have been kind of hard to see on camera. And then that way as well you can just kind of enhance those darker features like his nose and shade those in. Scar was animated by one of my favorite Disney animators and artists, Andreas Deja, who really animated a lot of the awesome Disney villains like Gaston and Jafar, and he really had this sense of animating these characters that were so appealing, and that's what really inspired me to become an artist and wanted to always be in the animation industry, because I was always so inspired by these characters and the life he put into them. So you really have to make sure, once again, there's that really sharp triangle for where his scar is actually at, right above his eye. So we're just going to scribble in his mane, just kind of shade it all black, and that way it will bring all his other parts of his face forward. And Scar kind of has like a little poof right up on top. It kind of poofs up a little bit, and then the end of it kind of shapes down once again, and then we just kind of scribble the other side of his mane, because it really is black, but we can kind of just get the idea from scribbling it in that it's going to be darker. And so just scribble in Scar's mane and just kind of darken a little bit of his other features around his eyes and nose. So we can't forget his whiskers. I almost forgot. What is a lion without his whiskers? So the easiest way to do these is to hold your pencil close towards his nose and just kind of lightly and fastly just draw across the page to kind of create those thin lines. And there you go. We drew Scar.
Congratulations, animators. You guys made it through another tutorial, a Disney villain tutorial, changing it up a little bit, but it's a lot of fun, a lot of cool results. I can't wait to see your drawings. But the show's not over. We have a special bonus giveaway straight from Sam. What's the contest?
You have to give your best Scar impression as a video response.
Exactly.
And the person who does will win the sketch that I did in the tutorial, and it's matted and ready to go.
All the way from Disneyland and from a professional artist. Oh my gosh. So leave it in a video response down below. No comments, because we want to see your pretty faces, right? So upload your video response to your best Scar impression, and you could be taking home this, or we'll mail it out to you, something like that. So that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out the bonus interview, because you know I love to interview my artists that show up on the show. Check out the bonus interview right here on the annotation, and then it's also going to be at the end of the video. And be sure to check out her channel, which is youtube.com/Sam
Boger.
Sam Boger. Simple, easy, cool. She does a lot of cool videos you won't want to miss, especially if you love drawing. You're going to love what she does. So check them out after the video. Thanks for doing the tutorial.
Yes, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Thanks for having me. Look at this. It's freaking awesome. You have this.
Oh, that was R2.
Whoa. See, she's even got her R2-D2 around.
Ringtone, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so scary, right? Like right when she like turns around, like she's like normal, and then she like turns around. I just started bawling. I'm still terrified of that, of her. Oh.